This is a group of exceptionally cheerful, polite, hardworking students. That's what they're like. I can remember when I was in school, I always watched what the bigger kids were doing. Junior high, what are the ninth graders doing? You get into high school, what are the juniors and seniors doing? Just the way they conduct themselves, the way they treat each other, younger students notice without them trying to set the example. They are the example, and people take note of it. Well, I would express that in three ways that I found them like shock surprised me. Number one, how well behaved they were. I'm like, where do we get these kids from? How do they get like this? I mean, this is unusual. Doesn't anybody misbehave around here? And of course they'll laugh and say, oh yeah, we misbehave. We're not perfect. I understand that. But just in general, they're an amazingly well-behaved group of students. That kind of, it was noticeable. Second thing that shocked me was how many of them are honor students. I think in the third quarter there were 10 who made the honor roll out of 12. The last quarter there were 8. We may go years before we see students perform that highly, even here. We have high-performing students, but that's an exceptional class. And the kids that weren't honor students doesn't mean they're good students too. They just didn't happen to be straight A students. And that made them unusual in this class. And the third shock was how many AP courses these kids were taking. And I said, what would happen to me in high school if I tried to take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 AP courses? Well, I'd fail them all. So, you know, I'm like, these kids are really bright and exceptional students. Those things stand out for this class. Well, I was able to break the news to the valedictorian and the salutatorian that they had won those awards. The first thing the valedictorian said to me is, you really should give the award to the salutatorian. She deserves it more than me. And I'm like, my goodness. There's even some humility in with these high-performing kids. And they're a humble group. And so despite all the high-performing they do, there's a sense of humility about them that is really wonderful. Jesus said it is more blessed to give than receive. That's not some kind of hyper-spiritual truth. Giving blesses us more than receiving. And with the talents and gifts they have, number one, love themselves, take care of themselves so they can really bless and serve other people. But their best memories in life are going to be when they're more blessed giving than receiving. And don't get too busy with your own life to find time to do that. It will mean so much to you when all's said and done.